Hey everybody, AC here, and welcome back to another episode of Getting Hyped for Sonic Frontiers. This time, we're going to be talking about the sixth trailer to release for the game, Sonic Frontiers Preview, the first hands-on impressions, which aired on June 7th of this year on the IGN YouTube channel. And this one, basically the guy talks about like his impressions of the game. Someone who played a demo build of the game for about 4 hours, and he talks about his impressions and some of the things that he took notice of. So I'm gonna just kind of go through. This is like an 8-minute video, and I'm just gonna go over like the things that really stuck out to me in the video. One, he mentions a part of the story. At the start of the game, Sonic, Tails, and Amy all end up falling through a wormhole, and Sonic finds himself separated from his friends in this huge new world. So we do know Tails and Amy are going to be in the game. That is confirmed. We know this. We know they're going to be in the game. That's great. That's awesome. So it's not just going to be Sonic alone. There are going to be other Sonic characters in this game. That is great to know. That is amazing to know. And another thing is that the strange things that keep popping out of enemies anytime you end up beating them is experience. It is experience, and it is experience that you can use that you can basically sacrifice in order to level Sonic up. There is a level up. There seems to be some kind of a level up system, and you're basically using this experience to level him up, and that's great. That's pretty much what I suspected out of the previous trailer. That's what I expected, and. He also mentioned that a lot of the map is kind of closed off, and you have to basically solve certain puzzles in order to unlock areas of the map. That's how you expand the map and make it bigger and allow you to go much farther. You find these different puzzles in order to expand and solve them in order to expand the map. And there are also challenges, like there's platforming challenges that you can do, as well as speed challenges where you have to get from one point to another in a set amount of time. And that's perfect. That's awesome. I was really hoping there would be challenges in this game, because having this huge open area to be able to run around in, giving us challenges to accomplish, is just great. That's amazing. And some of these challenges will give you these special keys that you have to use at the end of each zone. And he goes on to say that Sega mentioned that this is not an open world game; it is an open zone game. I'm not sure what the difference is, to be honest. The most I was able to get out of this video was that a lot of open world games have an RPG element to them. This is more of an action adventure game. The focus is on exploration and action. That is it. That is the focus. But that still sounds a lot like a lot of other open world games that I know. Breath of the Wild comes to mind. I mean, the open worldness of Breath of the Wild and the action that goes along with it. I don't know. Like I don't know. Maybe maybe in some of the other videos that I haven't seen yet, maybe they go more in detail as to what exactly they mean when they say open zone. But at the moment, I don't see much of a difference. between what we see here and like an open world game and any other open world game we've gotten before. So I'm not seeing what the difference is supposed to be. But we do know that this big area we're in is just the first zone. This huge area that we're in is just the first zone. So maybe once we've explored everything in this first area, then like we end up traveling to a completely different zone. Like we travel through a worm gate or something that takes us to another zone, and that worm gate kind of acts as a makeshift loading screen essentially. And we end up getting to this other to a completely different zone. Maybe that's how they're gonna handle it. He mentioned that some of the grind rails and standard Sonic platforms are just kind of like hanging around in the middle of the sky, just kind of floating around. And he says that that's pretty jarring, and that's pretty jarring and distracting from the beautiful world. And I can see why people would think that. I can completely understand why people would think that, because this is a very beautiful world to look at. This world looks great. So I can completely understand where he's coming from when he says that. I don't really mind it. Oddly, I think that when I see those things just hanging around, I want to go to them. They're in my line of sight. It is something that I can actually go towards. It is a goal that I can impose on myself. I see this in the distance. I want to go to it, and I end up zooming right over there, and I end up exploring whatever it is that's there. So like that's the way I view it. That's the way I personally view it. But I can understand why some people would say that like that kind of standard thing from that would be normal in a normal Sonic game. Why it would be kind of jarring in this game. I can understand why some people would say that. But he also mentioned that the boss battles could do a bit of work. And that there were some bugs that he came across during his time playing playing the game, especially when it came to the boss. That sometimes he would just suddenly be thrown off of the boss for no reason, and he wouldn't know what happened. And then other times Sonic would be running up the arm, but then would suddenly slow down, and he wouldn't have enough momentum to get to the top, and he'd end up falling back down. So those are definitely some bugs that definitely need to be fixed. So the game definitely, and like that was back at the start of June, and he did mention that there were definitely some bugs that had to be fixed in the demo version. But he also prefaced this by saying that the demo version he played was an earlier build of it. It wasn't the then current build of it. It was an earlier build. So it is not the final game. They have since updated the game. So hopefully those kind of glitches won't really be an issue in the final game. But yeah, like all in all, like solid trailer, solid hands-on preview. It excuse me. It looks like so much fun. It really does. It looks like it is going to be so much fun. I am so excited. I am so excited. This hands-on impressions preview left me feeling very, very confident that we are going to get something good. Like, whether or not we get something great is left to be seen. But I personally think that we are definitely going to get something good with this game. And I feel very confident after seeing this. Yeah, that's all I got for this video. That's all I really got for this video. I'm gonna be putting up 2 more because I will not be able to put up any videos for the next couple of days. I'm gonna be super busy. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those up today. But in any case, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next trailer. Take care, everybody.